Insanely important video today. It's about building proof of work. Now, a lot of you guys are aspiring service providers, especially on the internet. So, you want to be a high paying freelancer or you want to build your own agency. You want to even go deep into this journey and sell your own products. To get to a decent level, let's say the first benchmark is $5,000 a month. If you want to really get to that mark, you need proof of work in anything you do. One of the main loops that people get stuck in and people get scared by it is the fact that whatever industry that you decide to pursue a career in, there will be people who are better than you, making more money than you, have more authority than you, and have more chances of getting results for your clients than you. So then the question becomes, why would anyone want to work with me? And the entire decision of that prospect depends upon the proof of work that you have. So they have enough belief in you that you can give them the results that they are looking for, right? And this is something that people are scared by because they think that I need years worth of experience as a beginner in an industry. I mean, same thing happens in the job market as well. So, to tackle that, you have to understand how proof of work is built. Most people have the wrong um, idea about building proof of work. They believe that they can only build proof of work through really high paying work or putting themselves in situations where they have no skin in the game. So, they bear minimum risk and they get the most output, which is the proof of work that they build. So, let's dive right into this video. Number one thing that we're going to talk about is the world is ruthless for people who cannot maintain standards or at least bring value. I've said this enough times in several of my videos. The internet is a ruthless place, and only the high performers sustain. The average people stay in this game for anywhere around 1 to 2 years, and when they do not see any results, they get filtered out and they get back to the normal daily life, right? But if you are someone who actually wants to live an extraordinary life and you want to do something that you aspire or you see other people do, you have to stay in this game and you have to develop high standards. You don't really need big goals. Let's say your goal should not be to make $10,000 a month, or your goal should not be to make $50,000 a month. Your goal should be that you have high enough standards that whatever career you go into, you are able to outperform everyone else and you have the most bragging rights in terms of results, right? At this point of time, people you want to work with will only work with you because there is not a proper or at least acceptable exchange of value. As beginners, the prospect can see that you're a beginner, and if you do not instill enough confidence in them that okay, this is someone that I can get results with, they have no incentive to work with you. And most people believe that they if they got on a discovery call or they got on a closing call, then they deserve to get the sale. It just doesn't work like it, right? There has to be a proper value exchange. Especially when you're a beginner, you have to make everything a win-win. You even have to make it a win-loss in your favor to make sure that you get the work, right? And that's why we have to understand the main issue. The main issue being entitlement. For some reason, we all keep thinking that we deserve everything with little to no work. You think that you should be there as well in your current state when you don't really have much value at that moment. That's why when things don't go your way, you blame everything and everyone but yourself. I don't know, like I have been talking about this one issue for a couple years. I mean, close to a year and a half now. And people still have an insane amount of entitlement. I'll give you a use case. People reach out to me asking me that, hey bro, let me become your assistant and I will learn everything from you. Like, why would I fucking care about you? Right? Then people ask me, bro, I am willing to do free work for you until I learn everything and then I'll pay you XYZ. Bro, there is no win-win scenario for me. Why do you think that you deserve it? I get asked randomly that, hey bro, can we move in with you so you can teach us? Bro, why would I become your teacher? You are not like, you're not a relative of mine or you are not a friend of mine who I would want to teach if they are interested. I do not know about you enough. So why and where is this entitlement coming from? And that's what has set the standard. These are the types of people that you are competing with as well. They want all of the opportunities for themselves. And because of this, it basically ruins the perception of the market. Because I know that most people are like this, I would not prefer to hire people from my following, or I would not prefer to hire people who are absolute beginners, because that's the mindset that they come with. That okay, I'm gonna go and get this opportunity, and I'm gonna learn everything I can, and then I will do something of my own without even caring about what the other person gets out of it. The entire online business world is a people game. You do not win until and unless you make someone else win. Okay? You do not have to be entitled. Especially as a beginner, you do not deserve a single dollar in your bank account. You have to earn that by making sure that you are good at what you do. Second thing is delusion. You live in your own head, creating a reality that doesn't exist and expecting people to show up and operate like you want when that's far from the reality. You want people to understand you completely and to trust you with their time and money. You are deluded in the fact that you see these people making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on the internet, and you believe that right when you start, you have put in 30 days of work, or you have put in 6 months worth of work, and you deserve that. Not going to happen. You have to step out of this delusion. The delusion could be that if you work better and if you work harder, you will get the results that you want. That should be some sort of a delusion that you have. But you should not have the delusion where you're expecting someone to operate like you want, because it just doesn't work like it. And if you operate like that, if you want to work with people like me, or if you want to work with people who are 100 times doing better than I am, you're not going to cut it. All right. And you do not understand that there are two sides. The other person does not owe you anything. You reached out to the person, or you want to get the opportunity and you want to get their time and money to make it a investment worth of putting time and money into, then you have to do the work from your end. You have to do the due diligence. All right. Next thing is, most people are soft. They just can't handle the reality that high performers thrive and the others don't. Most people hate from below, calming themselves down. That okay, I have said I have spread these rumors, or I have said XYZ bad thing about this one guy who's doing better than me. Now I feel good. But there's one phrase that you have to repeat again. That guy is doing better than me. Okay. It just doesn't work like it. And it's not even like you have to be the high performer from day one. That's something that you build up with time. The third thing is, people give up too easily. I don't need to explain any more on that. Fourth one is, you can't stay in the game for the long term. If you want the best results you see on the internet to happen in 3 to 6 months, it's just not going to work like it. Everyone is selling you the dream that you can earn $10,000 in 6 months. I'll tell you that it took me 3 years to be ready to get that amount. I did not make $10,000 a month for the first 3 years of being on this journey. That's about 80% of the time that I have been here. I've just crossed over 4 years of starting my journey in the online world. And in the fourth year, that's when I saw the first $10,000 month, or that's when I saw the first $15,000 month. It didn't happen before, but you want that to happen in 3 months? Good luck. Number five is, you don't want to do what's required. This one quote that Chris Williamson said on his podcast with Alex recently, that people are jealous of what you have. They are not jealous of the work that you have put in. I mean, you take it, right? And they can't work without seeing immediate results. If you can't do this, it's just not for you. You are better staying a normie, like better stay a normie. Okay. And it happens because you do not understand the actual meaning of value. What is value, right? In the transactional world, value is skill, value is money, value is leverage, value is connection, speed, or time. What most of you think value is this. You think that, hey bro, can I move in with you? I'll be your apprentice and learn everything from you. You think this is value. Bro, let me be your assistant so I can learn everything from you. You think this is value. Bro, teach me everything, and as a sign of respect, I'll pay you a share of the money I earn for the next 6 months. You think that's value. I'm dedicated and ready to learn, please let me work for free. You think that's value. This is 90% of people who reach out for help or offering help. And these are not sentences that I've fabricated. I have received these messages, and because I want to conceal their identity, I don't want to show the message. I receive these messages regularly on Instagram. All right. You fail to understand that why would any person who is doing better than you would offer to take you up from complete scratch, from absolute scratch. When you don't have anything, you don't even show signs of potential or signs of curiosity. Why would they waste their time, energy, money, and focus on you when energy and focus are the most important assets that any person has right now, right? When you approach people like this to somehow build proof of work, did you ever think about what you bring to the table that the other person lacks in their process? What is your skin in the game that removes my risk? Or what is the skin in the game that if I fail, you fail as well? You should not think about that, okay, if I eat, you eat. Or if something bad, if something good happens with me, something good will happen with you. You have to always think that if something bad happens with you, something bad will happen with me. All right? Don't think like, I was reading this book, Skill in the Game, recently. And one thing was pointed out brilliantly. You don't want to treat others like how would they treat you. You do not want to treat others like you do not want them to treat you. That's the harsh reality. Okay. And then you have to also think about that. Okay. If you are wanting to work with someone as a complete beginner, are you saving that person time? Are you making that person money? Are you improving that person's status? Are you helping them in any way? And once you find these answers, let's move on to the fundamentals. And the part one is skill. If you haven't found one skill that you want to build, focus on finding it and being comfortable with the idea of working on it without seeing any results for 1 year. I'm not going to tell you that in 90 days you can build a skill. It just doesn't work like it. Okay. You look for high income skills. In our case, especially, you look for skills that do not need a college degree as your minimum qualification. All right. And this approach is mainly for people who want to build their skills digitally. So let's look at some high income skills. These are some of the high income skills I believe could easily get you to 6 figures a year in USD, even if you're living in India. Okay. Number one is copywriting, right? You write email copy, landing page copy, funnel copy, content copy, all of it. You do sales, you do remote sales for people, or you help them generate leads for their business, or any way in which you can make them money through sales skills. This is it. Number three is content creation and personal branding. If you can do that for yourself or you can do it for other people, highly scalable and builds an insane amount of leverage. AI. If you can develop use cases of AI where you are helping other people save time and you are helping them get better output with less effort, you will make a lot of money. Video editing. Watch the skill stack video, and I mentioned one particular skill stack as a video editor. Do that. Performance marketing, again, you get the concept. You become really good at ads. And YouTube growth, if you can help people grow on YouTube, that's the ultimate platform to build a brand on. If you can do that, you'll make a lot of money. And then growing community is what people call growth operators these days. And then once you choose one skill, you will future proof your skill set and you will add complementary skills to the ones that you already have. For example, if you're an editor, you should learn copywriting for thumbnails, or you should learn copywriting for Instagram hooks, etc. If you are, let's say, a web developer, you learn how to write website copy, or you learn to write landing page copy or order page copy, right? All of it. If you are a video editor, create content for yourself. Do more. Do not be stuck at the specialization level. Then the next part comes. Once you understand skill, then comes market research. You have to understand supply and demand in your industry. In 2020, 2021, that's when short form video editing was scarce and everyone was doing it. People still do it because, like, every day a new customer gets born. But if you are offering something that's absolutely outdated, then there's no need for it, right? Right now, people do not want the Ryan McGinn, Alex Hermosi type edits. So if you offer that, you're just another commodity. So The best way to learn is from the best people. You find out the people that you take inspiration from, or if you would like to do work similar to them, you emulate what they do until you can do it for yourself, right? So let's say your if your idol in this space is a designer, right, who offers brand design or logo design, you go to their personal brand and then you find out what is it that they are doing in their own content, what are the things that they are really good at when it comes to logo design and stuff, and then you see what kind of clients they are working with. Most of the people on social media, they also post about the behind the scenes, so they will share what is it like delivering services for their clients, and you can pretty much find out what people's clients are. So you see what their ideal clients are doing, and then you have to also understand what is this guy providing to that ideal client that I do not know of. So you find out what the ideal client lacks in their work. Then, similar to the designer filling a gap inside the client's service or business, you find out what you can improve from your end. Then you build a database of those people, and there is no need to be organized, right? Just put a Google spreadsheet with name, Instagram ID or email, etc., and then have a checkbox that have you reached out to them, or a checkbox around can you help that person, and then add a Google Doc to it where you are ideating what is it that you're going to help. Then once you know that, you need to define your ideal client, right? So you need to define these things. Who is your ideal client? What's the one, two, or three types of clients that you would like to work with? Do not offer everything to everyone. You're gonna ruin your entire online journey. Then once you understand what your ideal client is, there are endless exercises that you can find on YouTube, Google, etc. You understand what are their systems, so you need to know all of the nitty gritty of your ideal client's business. Okay, what is it that happens inside their business? So everything that you can find from the outside perspective about someone's business, you will understand where you can exactly help them. Then number three is where do they hang out? This is where you would want to find where can I find more of these people so I can reach out to them for opportunities. Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all of it. And what can you provide that's of value to them? This is yours to decide. Think from this perspective, like I said before, people want to make money, they want to save time, and they want to gain status. Then you once you understand that okay, these are the things that my ideal clients want, how can you solve it? Can you solve it through marketing, development, sales, management and optimization, media, code, etc.? Could be anything. Where can your expertise come in? Remember, pretty much all of the service businesses that you can think of, all of you guys can help an insane amount of people and make a really good amount of money. So think about these things. How can you give value to that person, right? Make yourself irreplaceable, make yourself undeniable, because if you're not doing that, then you are just another person in the industry that's average, that's going to get filtered out after a couple months or a couple years at max, because most people do not want to play the long game, and that's where they lose. So once you understand what kind of skill that you want to pursue or use, and you understand some market research, you are going to hunt the best ones. So what we said here, you're going to go deep into this, all right? So whatever you pick, very likely that someone else is doing it way better than you imagine, and then there's nothing that you can do about it. As a beginner, there will always be people doing better than you. If you want to build a personal brand, I'm doing better than you, and you can beat me, of course. There are people who follow me that got to like 200K followers in a month, and I'm at what 137K on Vaisaksham, right? That's just my way of doing it. People have done it better than me, but it does not but it did not mean that they were better than me 30 days before, right? They just figured something out that gave them the numbers. So you have to reframe the idea that I can't become the best because the best is already there. You have to change this idea to because someone is already making big moves, it means that there is an audience or possibility that I can do it as well. Once you start reframing everything in this manner, the question of saturation, competition, like all this bullshit will go away. And you break down everything that they have going on. Social presence, what kind of content do they post, what proof of work can I find of them, right? Or any of it. What is their process? They will likely talk about it inside their content sometime. And what are their free and paid products? What are the information that they have given out? Right? Find anything that you can to learn from them. And just remember, you will never find 100% of anything. And you don't need that much. If you understand the 80-20 rule, 80% of it is understanding the basics and getting the essentials right. And then 20% is you. That's you completing the formula. Right? You take notes towards all of it and you start building. Then we move on to fourth part. This is where you actually start to build proof of work. You build out mock projects. Give yourself client work even if you don't have any. And this is going to get rid of all of your bullshit excuses that I don't know what to sell, I don't know how to sell, I don't know who to sell to. People always say no to me and I'm getting no work. And because no one is giving me any work, I don't know what to do. Like all of these bullshit excuses goes out of the window once you start doing it for yourself. And then you build stack of these things. If you are an editor, go out with your fucking phone and then film a video yourself and then edit it, or find footage from the internet and then start editing that video. You do not need uh, someone else to assign that to you. Do that for yourself. If you're a funnel copywriter, start building a funnel yourself. There are so many free resources out there. Like you can pretty much build a free funnel in any place. Post your own content. Media is permissionless leverage. Code is permissionless leverage. You do not need anyone else's permission to start doing it. You want to be a fitness trainer, become fit and then start posting content on it. You want to be a designer, start creating design mockups and start posting it on social media. Right? I don't know the equivalent of it, or like मेरे को हिंदी में नहीं मालूम कि इसका actual quote क्या है. But I read something that the best poems are lost inside the notebooks, something like this. And that's because people do not put out their work. People do not create mock projects that are for display. Mock projects are not meant to be stored for your because of your own insecurities. Mock projects need the exposure, right? And these are the things that's going to build your expertise. If your work is really good, you can probably beat someone with a good amount of proof of work just because you did good mock projects. If at editing, like editing design, funnels, like content, these are things that you don't even need a client to build a proof of work. You can just do it so well by yourself that you can just say to someone else that, hey, this is something that I did for myself and I can help you do that as well. I closed my first two clients last year just because I created my own personal brand. I had no proof of work. I told people about my experience that he has to work in this agency. I created this brand of my own and I can do it pretty well for you. And they agreed to it. There are two scenarios. Number one, let's say you're a developer or you like funnels or you're a fitness trainer. Create mock projects, website and landing page templates, a mini program. Or the best one, you show your work. Like I said, mock projects are not meant to be hidden. Create a profile on social media that would fit your purpose and document it while working on the projects. Most of the great brands who are artists, they never show their face. They just show a before after or a really good edit of them drawing. Let's say you are an editor or a trainer, post videos of you showing your work. And I'm telling you, give it 5 years. What you call saturation within the industry as skilled right now, you will get robbed of this opportunity that you have. After 5 years, because everyone will be putting out their work, it will be even more difficult to separate yourself. Not not like it was ever a difficulty or it was ever impossible. I created my own brand when there were millions of brands out there already, but it's only going to get tougher moving forward. And number two is, if you have created mock projects or you do not want to create mock projects, you work for and with other people. Number one is you offer free slash heavily discounted work. This is actually what got me my first couple clients. I reached out to my first client, offered to work for free for 2 weeks. This is me talking in 2020. Offered to work for free for 2 weeks, only expecting a testimonial in return and nothing else. And I didn't even say anything about paying paid work. I actually showed the full recording of my chat with this client in a workshop that I did last October, and it's given to people inside Expert Creator Blueprint as well. So if you want to see it, you know where to find it. Right. So the exact pitch I actually made was, I'm doing a 30-day case study where I'm helping fitness trainers get 5 to 6 high paying clients in the next 30 days, and it's completely for free. So let me know if you would be interested in this, right? Or I'm doing a 14-day case study. I don't remember the exact message, but it was something like this. So I created a win-win situation for the prospect, and then I started creating content for them, landed them a couple clients, and then I got offered a paid gig upfront on the 10th day of the free trial out of the 14 days. And that was me making $250 a month, right? While reaching out to people, don't approach the heavy hitters straight away. Get in touch with people where the downside is bearable, and even if your work is not up to standard, you can get an easy exit. Then you build your way up. Do not look to work with the industry leaders from day one. Look for people who are, let's say, a few steps ahead of you, or let's say a good amount of steps behind the industry leaders, and you can actually help them get a smaller result, because that's taking less risk. If you still want to do it, that's your own choice, right? That's how you do it. Next is you offer discounted trials. Even if the guarantees are needed, gather as many testimonials as needed. So whenever you are reaching out to someone, give them a guarantee and then show them why is it a win-win. Majority of the people do not get a reply on, like, in Instagram DMs or cold outreach, is that they can never make their outreach a win-win for the prospect. Always think about sales not in the sense that, okay, the sale is only when you are actually closing them on the pricing for what you offer. Sales is everything. You sell them on giving you a first reply, you sell them on getting them on a discovery call, then you sell them on the discovery call to get them on a closing call. Stuff happens like this. And then that's, once you understand that sales work this way, you will change your frame of mind completely, right? Always think about how you can make it a win-win for the other person. So once you start getting some opportunities, and you have gathered some testimonials, let's say you did 30-day case studies or 30 days discounted trials with people, ask for a testimonial, ask for a 1 minute testimonial, and then you can ask them to answer the questions, namely, what was your situation before working with me, how did I help you, what were the best parts about working with me, and what is the result that you got, and would you recommend my work to someone else. Get testimonials in this format by your clients, and, you'll be set. Once you start doing this, the next person you reach out to, you use all of your previous works and testimonials to start charging market rates, right? You build a database of your own work and testimonials, or all together. You do not need a good landing page or website. I have my agency case studies in a gamma doc like this, right? Even if you want to create a website, go and create a no code, go and create it on a no code, free website. I found Notion, Gamma, or free templated websites to be the best solutions. And keep repeating this process until you have enough proof of work and you are getting enough consistent work. Just remember one thing: this process might take months and years, so you have to be patient. All right. So the conclusion is this: people believe what they see. If you are not doing this, not going to happen. They don't believe your dedication or drive or any of that bullshit. They believe the work that you can do and then the results that you can get. If you want to get paid, you better have something to show for it, right? And that only comes with proof of work. You stack your skills. If you don't know what skill stacking is, I uploaded a video, I think the last or second last video before this one. You build proof of work and you sell relentlessly, and this is all you need to make a shit ton of money. All right. Now, if you are a service business owner, or let's say if you're a freelancer and you want to know how to get clients through social media, or you want to build your own personal brand that helps you get more and more clients, you can join Expert Creator Blueprint. Link is in the description. That's my community where I teach people how to do Exactly that. So build a personal brand and get clients for their service business through their personal brand. Okay. There is lifetime access available for the next 50ish people. So after that, we're gonna have batches, and you won't get lifetime access apart from that one version that's gonna launch, right? So right now, this is version one of Expert Creator Blueprint. If you want to join in and get lifetime access, you can do it right now. And after a few months, I will stop the enrollments for lifetime access, and then we're gonna do batches moving forward. So yeah, this is your chance, and this is your sign to go and build actual proof of work. Bye.